Om Shanti. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Purity is the blessing of your life. Purity is the speciality of your special Brahmin birth. Pure thoughts are food for your Brahmin intellect. Pure drishti is the light of your Brahmin eyes. Pure actions are the special business of your Brahmin life. Pure relationships and connections are a code of conduct of your Brahmin life. Don't labor in adopting something that is so elevated. Don't adopt these things by force. This purity is the blessing of your life. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today's day 9. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Today's topic: Purity is the blessing of your life. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi. And before we start the series, I would like to announce about this Avekti Parivar retreat, which is coming up in Peace Village. And we have a registration link which you will get today in the email. So please do register as soon as possible. All those who are coming from different countries and far, different state. And if you would like to spend 1 or 2 days extra, you will have to take permission. So please let us know if you are planning to stay before or after. But the dates are arrival Thursday, July 3rd and departure Sunday, July 6th. So Avekti Parivar retreat at Peace Village, and you will get the registration link in the email. Now let's listen to Didi.
Om Shanti. Happy Sadguruvar to everyone. So Baba's drishti of blessings on us. Never, never allow, Baba said, any weak thought. Any thought because of never get disappointed. Baba is with us. Baba's blessings are with us. Many times it does happen that now what will happen is the question, right? Anything happen with it, now what's going to happen? But what Baba says, have courage, have faith, and Baba will definitely help you, give you power. But I have to be victorious, right? Not allow any kind of frustration, disappointment, or discouragement. because every step you take with faith and determination, definitely there will be success, right? So victory and success. Whatever is happening and what uh, will happen, not have any doubt, right? As Baba said, change your purity into determination. Because one gets defeated first in the mind, right? In Hindi, they say, man se hare. Once you are defeated in the mind, everywhere you will see is defeat. So Baba says, maintain this thought. Victory is my birthright. I have to be victorious. It's very, very important. Baba is saying purity is the blessing of your life. Purity is the speciality of your special Brahmin birth. Out of 84 births, this birth, very auspicious, very spiritual, godly birth, right? So Baba says pure thoughts are food of your Brahmin intellect. We listen to Baba's Murli. We have so many practices. So what we have to do? Pure thoughts are food for your Brahman. What kind of food we should give now? We think so much about body. We need organic, we need this, we don't want so many things, right? But what about intellect? So I was saying pure thoughts are food for your Brahmin intellect, and pure drishti is the light of you Brahmin eyes. Pure drishti is the light of your Brahmin eyes. Pure actions are special business of you Brahmin life. Pure relationships and connections are code of conduct of your Brahmin life. Maryada yuk relationships. Don't labor in adopting something that is so elevated. Don't adopt these things by force. This purity is the blessing of your life. There are some, maybe you live a life of purity, but then if you lose courage, they get disappointed. Use the power of purity. That means your thoughts, your reflections, and that is all from knowledge, right? And these days it's so important to pay attention to Baba's Murli, not just I heard Murli. Because these versions of Baba, if we remember, they will be useful during day, right? It does happen that I remember that we listen Murli, then we have to start doing our activity, right? Some have to go for jobs, some of us have to start doing yagya seva. So after some time, a phone call comes. Can you tell me one point of Murli? Oh, I forgot. Can you give me Murli? But at least take another. That's why after Murli there is some meditation, so that I take some points which I will use during day. It's not that I forget. I heard Murli. I hear Murli every day, right? But how much you imbibe, how much a few points at least. That is why they have essence of Murli, dharana of Murli, so that if you don't remember anything, at least remember dharana, blessing. There's so many things. Or even how Baba begins the Murli. So it's very, very important for us to keep those points in intellect. That's the food, no, for the soul, for the intellect. So I want to draw attention of everyone how to listen morely. At least few points you can write down maybe or study, because there are a lot of points, but few main things. Whether you take a practice Baba gives or a point, but it's important. Otherwise, when something happens, you don't remember any point, then how will mm, power come at that time? Or you will not fluctuate, or you won't have wasteful thoughts. So you have to immediately apply and remind yourself, what did Baba say this morning? Repeat that. So when they say knowledge is light, knowledge is might, knowledge is virtue. So you won't get into a darkness in the sense of not able to be clear. So whatever way we want, I like yesterday when Baba says purity is the canopy of protection. It's about pure thoughts, right? So that the influences, the vibrations, people's opinions doesn't influence us. But I am influenced, or I take power from Baba's versions, and how they come through Murli. So even if you have to read it again, listen again, sometimes we forget, we are busy, right? Baba says when you shower twice, have the shower of the soul, that is Murli, twice. How many of you listen Murli and then read Murli? Not everyone. Do you remember all day? Hmm? Listen. Hmm. One in the morning and then afternoon. That is why we have Telegram, no? You can listen 20 minutes. Revision of Murli is important. Okay? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti Kalavan.
Shanti Avyakti Parivar. First day, very auspicious day, and it's so beautiful to be in the gathering, offering book, and then was hearing and sharing message. You know, before you shared the message, one of the questions or thoughts I had in my mind was to ask you this question, which I think now is kind of out of context, in which, I was going to ask you, drama is moving so fast and everything, everyone, every day we're seeing so many new scenes. What are your feelings in general about the drama?
I don't think it's going fast, right? If you look at clock, we always say time goes fast, but clock never moves fast, right? It's minute to minute, minute to minute. But it's like the changes which are happening.
Mm.
But if we see, we are internally so fixed in the sense of we are so happy, comfortable, and things change, right?
Right.
So when they change, if you see them, okay, so many things change, right? Whether in your personal life or in the world also.
Right.
I think you all must be hearing now about the war. I see it as a sparkle of the fire,
Right.
but that sparkle can, I remember it's easy to begin the war, it's not easy to end the wars.
Mm.
So these are the signs that time is moving. I don't know fast, but time is moving.
Mm.
So when Baba says that it's in happening in India, it's happening everywhere, something or other.
Mm.
Could be lot of worry, concern. But then I feel if you have enough for today,
Mm.
Bhumi Ben was asking how to enjoy life. I said, live at this moment. Everything is fine, everything is okay. And next moment, another moment. But because we compare with the past, we think about the future, then at present we are very heavy, concerned, worried, what will happen. But today Baba said, when you have these elevated thoughts, that whatever will happen will be for our benefit.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So create that energy in you all the time. It will be
Mm.
okay. It will be okay. When anyone tells me about any situation, first thought comes in a very natural way. It will be okay. Because if you have accumulated account of charity, good actions,
Mm.
so you have lot of credit, no? So Baba will help, right?
That's
So
right.
sometimes it's like in drama, part has to change. But we find it's difficult to accept that change, right?
So is this why Baba was saying even something outwardly it may seem like it's inauspicious, but you have to take it as
Mm.
something that is it's going to turn into something even more auspicious. Something.
Because time is such that we might have to wind up more and more. Mm.
Mm.
Someone, few people, in Brahmin life, they reach to a point where it's the aging, it's the job, it's so many things. So we have to find a solution. So this person had two houses, one and then another one, which was
Mm.
in for Baba's service. Not much service is happening. So I said, well, sell one and live in one. And
Mm.
where you live, you also conduct classes, no?
Mhm.
So whole situation is changing. So many times there are certain things which we have to adjust and but not feel kind of the pain of that and hurt of that because then energy goes very low. Then you can't do anything, right?
Mhm.
So people call me for different situation and I say, well, do this or something. There definitely is a solution, right?
Mm.
So this is what Baba was saying, don't allow. What will happen? How will it happen? You know, one thing what I like, it was Jagdish Bhai said, don't allow things to go into your brain or heart. Once they go, it's very difficult to take out, no?
Mm.
So immediately when you see something such happening, somewhere think positive, think elevated, leave it on Baba, think of Baba, so that it doesn't affect your brain, you know, because then thought keep coming and then lot of negative things can happen.
Mm.
Especially these days, it's so easy mm, to be depressed or be hopeless, and so we have to hold on to hope and trust and self-trust, you know, all these qualities.
And you have to catch yourself in the very beginning as you're trying to slide down. I think
Yeah.
because the more you go down, it's difficult to come back.
Mm.
And then sometimes you have to do it for somebody else too, because they continue to think in that way. So how much power we have to accumulate, right? This is what Baba means when you said your purity is going to give you the determination to think in the right way, right?
And we should be sensible enough, no, to adopt to whatever the time is like. We should think, no, it was always like that, but things can change, and
Mm.
adopt to that change in a positive way instead of taking as a setback. But see that what is how that change doesn't affect our life, you know, because you can never. Somebody said that body cannot be remain a child, but your mind can be child. That means you don't feel that age, you know.
Right. Mm.
So, but you cannot stop aging, right? If one is 84, it's 85, 86, and then, of course, the changes happen. But
Mm.
if your mind can remain strong, then you manage until the last breath in the body, right?
Mm. Right. The other thing I was thinking about, Baba spoke a lot today about the power of yoga, that you should be so happy that you are claiming your kingdom back and you're conquering, what you had lost. So, and I know that, of course, that's the big picture, smaller picture every day, what we can do with the power of yoga. And I've been thinking about what does it really mean to use the power of yoga, of course, for your own self, um, but also for Baba's task, especially at a time like this. Is it that you will do things more with trust, or is it that you will have more patience to do something and wait for the result? What does the power of yoga really mean in terms
I
of the task, especially in terms of task?
see for accumulating or using, that means anytime you find that now this situation has come, so waste thought can come or worry can come, instantly remember Baba. Instantly remember Baba and make that as habit so that your intellect will be guided by Baba then, no? Otherwise, intellect can be wandering, can be pulled in different direction. So, power of yoga gets accumulated when you remember Baba for everything, any situation. Yes, Baba will help. Baba is Karan Karavan. Baba is Almighty. Baba is my father. You know, some way or other.
Mm.
So if that becomes habit, then you are accumulating, becoming yogi.
And how does it show up in actual interaction or task?
Definition of yogi is that equanimity, that means there is no, whether it is a situation of happiness or there could be sorrow, but
Mhm.
we shouldn't get affected by that, And that is when we remember Baba, no? You use power of yoga means remember Baba. So what power is already there and what you need will be invoked also. And then you will be victorious. You will move forward. Otherwise, could fall back. And
Right.
energy becomes low, then again, it's difficult to do what we have to do, right?
Mm-hmm. I
That
was
is
thinking
why when
also.
Dadi Janki used to say, and I also say, never say I don't have this. I have enough. I could manage, right? But
Right,
I could have. No, that's not a good thought, right?
right. So
So
that's actually a reflection
pow-
of Baba's
power
remembrance
to
power.
power to generate, right?
Power to generate, power to adapt even, certain things.
Adopt, adjust, yeah.
Yes. The power sometimes to wait, to wait and see that, it's going to be okay, but then there's an in-between time where I have to be
Mhm.
patient. So there's so many ways in which it shows up, I think, the power of yoga, because I've always been interested in,
Because then the right virtue will emerge, no?
mm,
So
especially in
means
that response.
Baba says, have patience, it will happen, right? Now,
Mm,
when you get this thought, it has to be through remembrance. So yoga is not only with Baba, but then virtues, powers will emerge at the right time, right one, and
mm,
you will be able to manage or be successful, right?
mm. Because I feel that we're still so much, I can only speak for myself, we're so dependent on, seeing the physical results immediately, right? You
Mm.
try to do something, and if you don't see the result immediately, uh,
One
you,
time we asked Dadi, we were doing a project, global cooperation. So we asked Dadi, will it be successful? And Dadi said, it's already successful because
mm,
you all are doing it. So it's the success, no? If you are able to do, that means it's your success. When
mm,
time comes, you can't do. That means internally somewhere you are defeated, right?
mm, mm.
So success should be seen more as I am able to do it. That's
Let
the success.
and continue, right? Yeah.
Well, all these are little bit subtle aspects, but
Mm,
more we apply and do it, more you will experience not only understanding but power also.
mm, mm.
But we have to do it, right? This is called efforts. No?
One of the things I've been noticing is all the, kind of making a note of all the support systems and, like props that make us feel good still, you know. And so there has to be a time when all of that will not happen. And you still
One,
have to maintain
one
happiness,
support, one strength.
one
No?
strength, one support, right?
If we invoke angels, angels will come, right? But if we always think or doubtful and from
Right.
where angels won't appear, right?
Mm,
Cooperation also comes by
right.
being loveful, have faith, everything works out, right?
Yes. I think it's a big, big subject, power of yoga.
Mhm. Okay, thank
So
you.
very
Om
good.
Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Didi.